Record. Hi, DLF attendees. My name is Karla Irwin. I work at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas Special Collections and Archives.
Hello, DLF. I'm Jessika Drmacich, and I work at Williams College Special Collections.
We are both the co-coordinators of the DLF Born Digital Access Working Group, or what we affectionately call BDOG. And we want to thank DLF for giving us the opportunity to provide an update on what has been happening in our group in the past year. BDOG is the only Born Digital group focused entirely on access. It is very easy to join our group and we are open to everybody. To become involved, please sign up for our Google group as this is our main mode of communication. We meet bi-monthly as a group and there are lots of opportunities for participation based on your area of interest and availability. If you are curious in seeing what our members have published so far, you can also check out DLF's OSF site for our group. We currently have around 200 members from a variety of higher education institutions, museums, government archives, and even some students. Now let's talk about what we have been working on. We held our first ever virtual colloquium in August of 2020. This was an opportunity for BDOG members to share some of the work from their respective institutions that were related to Born Digital Access. You can view the recording and slides at the links provided. We had a great turnout and we hope to hold this event again next year. In 2020, we also had 5 working subgroups focused around researching different Born Digital Access topics. These subgroups are typically formed once a year and are discussed, decided, and voted on by our members. And now I'm going to hang things off to Jessika.
The Access Values subgroup completed their work this year. The goal was to create a value statement for BDOG for how to approach work around Born Digital Access. You can read the Access Values Statement at the provided link. Special thanks to Jessica Farrell, Brian Dietz, and Allison Clemens for their amazing work on this. The Documenting Access Methods subgroup is exploring what elements institutions could include in documentation for providing access. Documenting access methods includes 2 subgroups, a framework group and a pointer group. The framework group is looking at creating a framework or template for documentation, and the pointer group will categorize and point to the existing documentation. The Documenting Access Methods subgroup plans to wrap up their work by the end of this year, so be on the lookout for that. The Donor Relations subgroup has been developing a resource for managing remote donor relations and acquisitions in the form of an annotated bibliography that will be available very soon. Once it is wrapped up, future work by a new subgroup will be looking at remote on-site visits and Born Digital acquisitions. There will be some upcoming forums on this topic, so be on the lookout for that information, or you can reach out to us. Our contact information will be at the end. The Legal Due Diligence subgroup is creating a resource that helps practitioners understand what steps are needed to provide low-risk access with a close look at attorney-client privilege, culturally sensitive materials, donor restrictions, FERPA and HIPAA, GDPR, institutionally mandated confidentiality, PII, privacy, and terms of service. They plan on releasing a skeletal set of guidelines with a workflow once they wrap up their research. And the Ideal Access Systems subgroup is working to define what ideal access means in order to provide recommendations on how to create and implement ideal access systems in different environments. They are currently working on a literature review of relevant articles and case studies and finalizing a functional definition of ideal systems in order to move into their next stage, which involves building a project plan for an ideal access system. This subgroup is planning to release their literature review very soon and the rest of the documentation by the end of next year. So to quickly wrap up, here are some of the links again from the beginning, including our Google group, our OSF site, and our contact information is also on the screen. Please do reach out to us, and we hope to see you at a future BDOG meeting. We are fun. Thank you and goodbye. It was wonderful seeing you all.
Thank you. Goodbye.